こんにちは、ジャパニーズアーモンのミサです。Hey guys! Today I'm going to teach you how to use the word Zenzen properly. Even if you're a beginner, you might have heard this word already. Zenzen means not at all. So let's see how Zenzen is used in a sentence. For example, 全然かわいくない。全然かわいくない。This sentence means it's not cute at all. So かわいくない is the negative form of the adjective かわいい, which means cute, right? But when you want to say not cute, you say かわいくない。かわいくない。If you want to sound more formal, you can say かわいくないです。Or even more formally, you can also say かわいくありません。So instead of ない, you can also use ありません。Anyway, かわいくない on its own means not cute. But when you want to say it's not cute at all to make the statement stronger, you put 全然 at the beginning. So I said 全然 means not at all, right? And かわいくない on its own means not cute. Some people might think it's double negative, meaning that I'm saying it's not cute at all, which, you know, is confusing, but it means something different. Like in English, you can say, I ain't got no money. To foreigners, it sounds like double negative, so it kind of sounds like you are saying that you actually have money. Like, I don't have no money, so I actually have money. But when people say, I ain't got no money, they mean I don't have any money or I have no money, right? And in Japanese, we got double negative too, but this 全然かわいくない is not double negative. It's just that 全然 is always used with negation. So grammatically, it's wrong to say 全然かわいい. 全然かわいい. It doesn't mean that it's not cute at all. Although there is an exception where 全然かわいい makes sense, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But basically, when you want to say it's not blah blah at all, you have to negate the adjectives or verbs when you use 全然. So if you want to say Japanese isn't easy at all, you have to say Japanese isn't easy and just add the word 全然. So first, if you want to say Japanese isn't easy, you would say 日本語は and then how do you say easy? 簡単 or 簡単です, right? And you negate it. 簡単じゃない or 簡単じゃないです more formally. So 日本語は簡単じゃないです means Japanese isn't easy, but you can add the extra word 全然 to make it sound stronger. 日本語は全然簡単じゃない。日本語は全然簡単じゃない。So Japanese isn't easy at all. Or if you want to say McDonald's isn't expensive at all, you want to say McDonald's isn't expensive and add the word 全然. So マクドナルドは or you can also say マックは and then how do you say expensive? 高い right? And then negate 高い. This is an e adjective, so you change the last e into くない So 高い becomes 高くない to mean not expensive. So マクドナルドは or マックは高くない to mean McDonald's isn't expensive. And then you want to say it's not expensive at all. So you say マックは全然高くない。マックは全然高くない。You can also do 全然マックは高くない but generally you put 全然 in front of the adjective that you want to modify. So we've used 全然 with adjectives, but you can also use 全然 with verbs. So for example, if you want to say, I don't use my car at all. First, focus on negating the verb to use. So the verb to use, we say 使う. If you want to make the formal sentence, you first change 使う into the must form. So 使います is the must form, but 使います just means I use, and it sounds more formal. If you want to say I don't use formally, you say 使いません使いません So I don't use my car or I don't use a car. You say 車を使いません formally. 車を使いません You can use the word 私の to mean my, like 私の車を使いません But generally we don't use the word my as much as English unless you're saying I often use my parents' car but I don't use my car, so you want to put emphasis on the fact that I don't use my car, then yeah, you put the word my 私の車 But if you are just saying I don't use a car, like just not because it's mine or someone's, I just don't use it. Then you say 車を使いません Anyway, if you want to say I don't use my car at all, you'd say 全然車を使いません全然車を使いません Or you can say 車を全然使いません車を全然使いません If you want to say this informally, you have to negate the verb informally, right? Maybe if you're a beginner, you haven't learned how to negate verbs informally, but basically 使う becomes 使わない使わない So for the informal sentence, you say 全然車を使わない全然車を使わない or 車を全然使わない車を全然使わない In English, instead of I don't use my car at all, you can also say I never use my car, right? And for this sentence, you can still just say 全然車を使わない全然車を使わない But when you mean I've never done something before, you don't really use the word 全然, but you'd use the different form. You'd say verb in the past tense, so it would sound like blah blah たことがない informally, or たことがありません I've never been to Japan. You'd say 日本に行ったことがない informally, and 日本に行ったことがありません formally. So those sentences mean I've never been to Japan. So you don't even use the word 全然 If you really want to put emphasis on never, I've never ever been to Japan, then you can add a word like 一回も which means not even once. So you could say 一回も日本に行ったことがない Or you can also use the word 一度も to make it sound a bit more formal. 一度も日本に行ったことがありません So you can use the word 一度も to mean not even once. Although again, 一度も has to be used with negation, so it doesn't mean you can say 一度も日本に行ったことがあります You still have to negate the あります into ありません一度も or 一回も and then ない or ありません Yeah, you didn't say 全然行ったことありません It sounds a bit odd. Anyway, you can use 全然 with verbs like 全然使いません to mean I don't use it at all. Or here I say I don't eat chocolate at all, which is crazy. But you can say チョコを全然食べませんチョコを全然食べません Or you can say チョコを全然食べない informally チョコを全然食べない Or I actually never drink, or I don't drink at all. So I can say お酒を全然飲みませんお酒を全然飲みません Or you can say お酒を全然飲まない informally お酒を全然飲まない And even for a sentence like I have no time at all, you can still use 全然 So when you want to say I have time, you say 時間があります時間があります Informally, you say 時間がある 時間がある. You can also omit the が particle when you're speaking informally. So you could say 時間ある to mean have you got time? Yeah, 時間ある. But if you want to say I don't have time, I have no time, you say 時間がありません. 時間がありません. Or informally 時間がない. Or without the が you can also say 時間ない. 時間ない. But if you want to say we have no time at all, we say 全然時間がありません. Or 時間が全然ありません. 時間が全然ありません. If you want to say it informally, you can say 全然時間がない or 時間が全然ない. Yeah, so you can use 全然 with adjectives and verbs, right? So like maybe you just fell and your friend is like 大丈夫? Are you okay? 大丈夫? And I can say it doesn't hurt at all. 全然痛くない. 全然痛くない. 痛い is an adjective that means painful, but you'd use it like it hurts. So like 腕が痛い means like my arm hurts. If you want to negate it, my arm doesn't hurt. You say 腕が痛くない. 腕が痛くない. So I can say 腕が全然痛くない. 腕が全然痛くない. So this is the standard usage of Zenzen, right? I said Zenzen has to be used with negation, but we also use Zenzen with affirmative forms. So the most common expressions you'd hear with Zenzen would be ironically without the negation. So you'd hear 全然大丈夫, 全然大丈夫, or 全然平気, 全然平気. So the sentence 全然大丈夫 is used like it's totally fine, no problem at all. So 大丈夫 means alright or okay or fine. Really common word, so remember it if you didn't know this word. 大丈夫. And you can use 大丈夫 on its own without 全然 to mean it's fine. But that person can also say 全然大丈夫. And that doesn't mean that that person doesn't forgive you. Like 全然大丈夫, it might sound like it's not fine at all. Like, how dare you bump into me? It doesn't mean that. It just means it's totally fine. So if you want to say it's not fine at all, you want to say 全然大丈夫じゃない. 全然大丈夫じゃない. Then, yeah, that person wouldn't forgive you. It means it's not fine at all. That person says 全然大丈夫 without じゃない. Then that means totally fine. Anyway, this 全然 is used with affirmative forms like 全然かわいい, 全然安い. When the speaker means, oh, you might not expect, but this is like this. So let's say I have a bag that looks expensive and my friend is like, わあ、そのカバン高そう。わあ、そのカバン高そう。Wow, that bag looks pricey. Or wow, that bag looks expensive. 高そう。そう means looks. 高そう。But my bag is actually not expensive at all. Then I can use the 全然 with negation to mean not expensive at all. Like 全然高くない。全然高くない。But I can also say it's actually really cheap, right? Most learners would think we'd say すごく安いです or とても安いです But you can also say 全然安いよ全然安いよ Here, 安い is not negated. So you might think that the correct form is actually 全然安くない But then that would mean it's not cheap at all. But I want to say that it's really cheap. So when I say 全然安い I mean you wouldn't expect, but this is actually very cheap. 全然安い And this usage of 全然 is very common and you probably would hear a lot. So a recap of this conversation. My friend would say そのカバン高そう Wow, that bag looks expensive. And I say 全然安いよ You wouldn't believe it, but this is actually very cheap. 全然安いよ So this usage is actually a lot more natural than saying すごく安いよすごく安いよ which is meant to be the correct way to say it's very cheap. You can, for example, add the word 実は which means actually or in truth and say 実は安いよ実は安いよ or 実は安いんだ実は安いんだ to mean this is actually cheap. But rather than saying とても安い全然安いよ sounds a lot more natural to native speakers because I want to say that you think it looks expensive but that's not true. So 全然 is actually kind of negating the other person's statement. So I'm saying what you said is not at all true and it's actually very cheap. So 全然安い So whenever you want to say that's not true but this is very blah blah blah, you'd use 全然 So let's say my friend is all insecure and saying, oh, I'm so freaking ugly. She'd say, watashi hontou ni busu. Then that means I'm so ugly. Watashi hontou ni busu. But I want to say, no, what you just said is not true. You are actually very cute. I would say, 全然かわいいよ。全然かわいいよ。So 全然 here is negating what she said. So basically I'm saying you're not ugly at all, but かわいい cute. So 私本当にブス全然かわいいよ If a learner overhears this conversation 私本当にブス全然かわいいよ The learner might think that I just said, oh yeah, you're not cute at all. Like I sound like such a horrible person. But to mean you're not cute at all, I would have to negate the adjective かわいい and say 全然かわいくないよ But what I said 全然かわいいよ is the opposite. It's actually saying no, you are very cute. So another example, my friend says 私すごく太ってる私すごく太ってる then that means I'm very fat. But if I want to say no, you're not fat at all, but you're thin, I would say 全然痩せてるよ全然痩せてるよ So here again, 痩せてる means to be thin or to be slim. If I want to say, oh yeah, you're not thin at all, I'd say 全然痩せてない So I would have to negate 痩せてる Right, but I said 全然痩せてる So that means no, you're not fat at all. You're actually thin 全然痩せてるよ So yeah, when we say 全然大丈夫 or you can also say 全然平気平気 also means fine or alright, like basically the same as 大丈夫 So when someone says 全然大丈夫 or 全然平気 that means you might think I'm still hungry but no problem, it's totally fine. So let's say you meet an actor and you want to take a picture but you're not sure if the actor would be okay with it. So first you should ask 写真を撮ってもいいですか to mean may I take a picture or is it okay to take a picture? If the actor is okay with it, the actor might say 全然大丈夫ですよ or 全然いいですよ or 全然 OK です Then that actor means yeah, totally fine, go for it. It doesn't mean absolutely not. It actually means oh, you might think I wouldn't be okay with it, but it's okay. So 全然大丈夫ですよ can be just translated as totally fine. But for example, you think it's okay to take a picture of the actor and you say it's fine to take a picture of you, right? 写真を撮ってもいいですよね So 写真を撮ってもいいですか means may I take a picture of you? But if you say いいですよね then that means it's fine, right? So it's kind of rude. It's like I'm assuming that's fine, right? But the actor might think, oh, you think it's okay to take a picture, but I'm not okay with it. Then the actor would say, 全然ダメです。全然ダメです。ダメ means no good or must not. If you say しちゃダメ, then that means you can't do it, you must not do it. So ダメ is translated as no good, but in Japanese it's technically not negated. ダメ. So you might think you'd have to say 全然ダメじゃない But 全然ダメじゃない would end up meaning it's not problem at all, so it means it's okay. 全然ダメじゃない so it's not no good, so it's fine. But if the actor says 全然ダメ then that means you think it's okay, but definitely not okay. 全然ダメ. And of course you can use this 全然 in this usage with verbs. So maybe there is a rumor that this actor never goes shopping himself, and people are like, あの俳優は自分で買い物に行かないんだって。あの俳優は自分で買い物に行かないんだって。And that means they say that actor never goes shopping himself, but when he does his interview, he might say, I actually do go shopping myself. He might say, 全然買い物に行きますよ。全然買い物に行きますよ。So here, 全然 is negating what everyone says. Or maybe when you talk to Japanese people, they might assume that most foreigners can't use chopsticks or they can't eat fish and sushi, that sort of stuff. A Japanese person might tell you, お箸使えませんよね。お箸使えませんよね。Which means, you can't use chopsticks, right? But you want to say, that's not true. I can actually use chopsticks. Then you'd say, 全然お箸使えます。全然お箸使えます。Then that means, like, I actually can totally use chopsticks. 全然お箸使えますよ. And you might think that might sound rude, but it doesn't sound rude at all. This usage of 全然 never sounds rude, so you don't have to worry about it. Maybe that person also says, 寿司食べませんよね。寿司食べませんよね。or 寿司食べられませんよね。寿司食べられませんよね。So you don't eat sushi, right? Or you can't eat sushi, right? But you do eat a lot of sushi, for example. Then you say, 全然お寿司食べますよ。全然お寿司食べますよ。I actually do eat sushi. Someone also might tell you, 日本語わかりませんよね。日本語わかりませんよね。You don't understand Japanese, right? If you don't understand Japanese at all, then you can say 全然日本語がわかりません。Or just 全然わかりません。So you negate わかりません bit and say I don't understand it at all. But if you do understand Japanese and you're fluent, then you'd say 全然わかります。全然わかります。It's not at all true that I don't speak Japanese, but I actually do speak Japanese, or I actually do understand Japanese. 全然わかります。Yeah, so this 全然 plus affirmative is meant to be wrong. So maybe your teachers would tell you not to use it that way, but you'd definitely hear a lot. And I think as long as you're not, taking an exam or maybe doing an interview, that's okay. Like, that's definitely okay to use. Ross from Friends, he likes to correct everyone's grammar and says whom instead of who, right? People do use the word who instead of whom, although they know that it's kinda incorrect, but people use it that way anyway. So I guess it all comes down to what you believe in. Like, absolute correct grammar is important, then go for it. But loads of Japanese native speakers use Zenzen that way, and you probably would have to know that that's what they mean, even if you don't want to use it. But make sure to negate the verb or adjective when you actually want to mean not at all. Maybe don't say Zenzen Daijoubu or Zenzen Heiki when you're taking an exam or like interview for your job. So yeah, any maybe formal situations, you might want to avoid that expression, but when you're talking to your family, friends, even colleagues, you definitely can use it. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope this lesson helped. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And also, Japanese merch store is now open, so go check it out. And I hope you had lovely holidays. じゃあまたね。バイバイ。